In society today, we are being attacked constantly with inauthentic conversations. Fakeness, trying to look cool, trying to be somebody we're not. That is why the Damn Dude podcast is here to have the authentic conversations that need to be had in a way that will make you think and say, Damn Dude.
What up, everybody? What is good? Welcome to the Damn Dude podcast.
Damn Dude.
This is season 4, episode 1.
Damn, dude.
Damn, bruh. That is crazy. That officially makes this episode 278. Brand new season, brand new episode. Yo, you guys, welcome to the show. Welcome. If you're new here, man, this show is all about authenticity. And this show exists to have the conversations that need to be had in a way that'll make you think and say, damn, dude.
Damn Dude.
The show exists to help educate, entertain, and make an impact on the different contexts and perspectives that we have in life, because I truly believe and have discovered that the more access we have to different contexts and perspectives, the easier, smoother, and just flat out lifer. Man, I cannot talk today. The flat out doper life is. You dig? So, that's what the show's about. I'm your host, California Cal, and welcome to the brand new season. And first of all, I want to give a shout out and say thank you to Yamamoto. Yamamoto boss, appreciate you, brother. The interviews we've been doing have been pretty fucking controversial, deep as fuck, real as fuck, and we've been getting new listeners from all over the place, and I hope the same is happening to you, my friend. So, thank you. And for those of you guys who have not caught those episodes or those interviews, go fucking listen, because if the real shit is what you're into, you're gonna love it. So, I was thinking about how many different ways I can start this season off. And I always come to this point of like, all right, like, what are we going to do for the brand new episode, for the brand new season? How do we start this off? What's the dopest way to really kick this off, make it interesting, and not necessarily make it interesting, like trying to make it interesting, but more so, can it be naturally interesting? And what I think is the most interesting shit is authentic shit, and hearing where people come from with different points of authenticity and realness and what's authentic to them. So I think it's so cool that with this podcast, I'm able to document my life, where I'm at, what I'm up to, the way I'm speaking, the way I'm thinking. And then sometimes what's really interesting is I'll do a whole podcast, and then I'll listen back and I'm like, fuck, how I said all of that was not how I was meaning to say all that. Like, that wasn't how I said it wasn't exactly how I was feeling. It just happened to come out that way. And I'm like, fuck, okay, new level of awareness. Good. How can I put that to use for myself? Right? So it's like, that's why I don't edit the show. Because if I make mistakes, or I've even fuck up my own intro, which I've said over 200 times, like, it's all good. It's real. It's authentic. And that's something that I always want to stand for, is like, dude, it doesn't matter. Like, let people laugh at you. Let people call you stupid. Let people call you whatever the fuck they want. Because if I misspoke some words and that makes somebody laugh, cool. If it's at the expense of me being the butt of the joke, whatever, dude, I don't care. I respect and love myself enough to see the humor in it, and to fucking do something about it if it, you know what I'm saying, if like a line is crossed. So with all of that said, what I came to was, what I usually do is just kind of say, all right, this is where I'm at and this is what I'm up to, and I very consciously start with that. I realized I should go back and listen to the first, I was listening to the last episodes of the previous season 3. Season 2. I listened to the last episodes of season 2, but I didn't get to the new episodes of season 3 to kind of go back and see where I was at there, because I remember I documented that as well. So I'm going to make it a point to just say, all right, well, who am I? Starting off this year, starting off this season, who am I? What's my mental state? Where am I at? What am I up to? What's the deal, right? Like, where do I feel strengths and where do I feel weaknesses? Where do I have new awareness? Where have I been lacking awareness? Where do I have discipline? Where have I been lacking discipline? So I start thinking of these things. Then that also has me considering, like, all right, where am I in integrity and where am I out of integrity? And when you really look at things from a matter of integrity, it's either just yes, either complete or not, or did or didn't. And you don't make it right. You don't have to make it bad or wrong. You just let it be what it is. Especially when we do that with our own line of thinking. If we can just allow things to be what it is without making it wrong, without making it bad, without judging it, without condemning ourselves, any of that shit, like, all right, what are we actually up to? Where are we actually at? Without making it bad or wrong. So that's what I try to do when I analyze who am I, right? So, all right, with everything good and everything bad, let's see. Well, let's break this down. I'm going to do this in real time, right? So, okay. Okay, my brain just went like a trillion different directions right now. So, upon me asking myself, who am I? What came to mind immediately was my mental state. Like, well, what is my mental state? And I think our mental state has a lot to do with who we are. It's a good piece of who we are, because also how we show up in real life versus how we're interpreted versus how people interpret us, how we interpret ourselves, how we judge ourselves, whatever, right? I think our mental state has a lot to do with that. So my brain immediately goes to mental health whenever I start thinking of who am I. And so that leads me to the answer of, all right, well, who am I? I am somebody who is on the journey of awareness, authenticity, healing, self and personal development, growth, ultimately personal development, and to become and discover and sharpen the highest version of myself, the dopest and best version of me. I am somebody who is that. I am always up to that. I'm always willing to learn. I'm always trying to learn. I always want to learn. And when I look back on the times where it's like somebody has said something to me and I should have asked more or leaned more deeper into why they think that or why they said that or whatever, but I'm like caught processing the shit that they had said before, and I'm like, fuck, I should have went back and dug into that more. So if that happens, I think if you do that as well, or you discover that happens in instances, know that you are one of these people too, who is on the path of learning and self-discovery and becoming and being the highest and best and dopest version of yourself. And for me, I am up to... What the fuck was that? I don't know if there's thunder outside. It's like raining all crazy. Last time the studio flooded, or from the top down, like it was dripping all on the equipment and shit. And so I re-tarped it the other day. I spent like fucking 4.5 hours doing it. So I'm hoping the shit holds up. And now I'm hearing thunder and all this crashing and shit. Anyways, back to the point. Sorry, guys. Excuse me. Who I am is that, and who you guys are, if you have that line of thinking, is somebody and a person who is up to deepening the relationship with themselves, with their internal spirit, with their life. And so I am somebody who is in a constant state of learning and personal development and growth. I am also somebody who makes very deep and authentic and keeps and maintains very deep, authentic, real, and loving and healthy and always of growth type relationships in my life. I am somebody who is in charge of my mental health and my mental state. I am somebody who makes beyond more than enough money and resources than I will ever need to take care of all my people. And I'm declaring that because on the flip side of that, who I've been has been a person where I've been falling short financially in instances. I've been just met with very interesting circumstances over and over. And I'm like, all right, let me see where I'm not fully committed or I'm bullshitting myself or I'm like 1 foot in, 1 foot out, or where am I not all the way fucking locked in, right? Like, so that makes me think, okay, well, how do I grow above that? Because I had to have everything fall apart. Why? To learn all this shit that I've shared with you guys over the past while. And for whatever the fuck reason, God wanted this to happen. Life wanted this to happen. Great Spirit, Pachamama, my higher self, myself, my life, whatever the bigger picture is for all of this, which I get glimpses of, I know, I understand, I have the downloads of, I have the vision of, I don't necessarily know how to communicate it all the way yet, and I understand that all of this is for a bigger purpose and a bigger reason, to help lead and create the vision for healing and the pathway to a better self and a understanding that, look, motherfucker, we're all in this shit together. We're all in this together. And it's like, no matter what life circumstance you're dealt, whether it's fucking racism or you're born with something that makes you different than somebody, or you just are a different type of person, or you're a type of person who rubs people the wrong way, or like whatever the fuck, right? Like whoever the fuck you are, there's something to it, and there's some sort of purpose and reason that people are this way, that we are this way. So what I'm claiming, and again, shout out to Yamamoto, I appreciate you, bro. You've helped me very, very much in so many ways that just mentally and spiritually, you've helped guide me, and I'm forever grateful. So if you guys see me repping for him super hard, it's because he's helped me out super tough, and I just want to do the same back. You know what I'm saying? So I'll do whatever the fuck I can to make sure that I speak what my observation of Yamamoto is, of myself, of my life. And it's like, all right, let's give props where props are due, right? You guys always hear me shout my people out, and it's like very often I'm talking about fucking Sebastian, fucking Yamamoto, my girlfriend, like my family. And it's like, that's, and different friends too, when I'm telling whatever stories, it's like, cool. I know where I come from, and I know my people, and I'm really honing in on who my people are and the type of people that help uplift and encourage growth, right? So it's like, one thing that he had told me was, dude, you're a visionary. And that word specifically fucked me up, because I'm like, whoa, I know this about myself. Deep in my core, I believe that, and I know that about myself. And it's been scared to come out, because circles that I would previously be in, if I were to claim that, I would get fucking just laughed at and ridiculed and this and that. And I didn't realize that I had that subconscious fear or whatever the fuck to not claim it and own it. Whatever the fuck there was in the way of that, I'm like, hold on a minute. No, I fucking know, man. I have insights, visions, downloads from God, downloads from the universe, download from my higher self, downloads from different archangels, communications, guidance. People just show me these certain things, and I'm here to own all of that shit, because that shit is real. And all the shit that I've really fucking said, yo, when this happens, this is where the fuck it's gonna go, and this is what's gonna happen. When this happens, this is how it's, and it's like the ability to foresee certain things. I'm not saying I'm some fucking crazy mystical fortune teller, da 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 da. No, but what I'm saying is I do receive certain messages, and I have a vision that's tuned by my upbringing, which equals this certain context and insight that I have that other people don't have. That's often why a lot of times when I say shit, people are like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what? And then after time, it's like, oh, I see what you're saying. And with that, I'm here to own those gifts because I've been afraid of them and I have put them down. And in the midst of going back into the cocoon, basically over the last several years, it's like, motherfucker, I'm breaking out of this shit. Let's go, dude. Like, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this. Let's go. At the same time, not fuck this, thank you. Like, but the feeling of like, fuck staying in this cocoon, fuck staying in this downward spiral, fuck staying at the bottom, fuck staying mediocre, fuck staying whatever. I've let a lot of people down over the last couple years. I've also helped and uplifted a lot of other people at the same time. So that leaves me in a place of like, what the fuck, dude? What am I up to? Who am I? What am I doing? Right? And it's not like, and when I say I've let people down, it's more so just in like I didn't live up to what they know I'm capable of. That sort of shit. Right? And it's not like, oh, I fucking, like did anything, So it's like, well, I don't know. I can't say that. There's a lot of things I can take ownership for, which we always talk about over the show, right? So anyways, for me, owning that I've let a lot of people down, that I've helped a lot of people, that I've been in financial ass over the last couple years, like the worst that I've ever experienced, but at the same time, I don't even consider it worst because I know that I'm learning and I'm using all of this. And whoever the fuck doubts me or doesn't believe in me or whatever, I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to achieve these things that I see and I claim and I know for sure. And this is part of being a visionary and being a leader and being a creator and being a boss and being a family man and being a provider is to own all of it. I'm willing to accept all my fuck ups, and that's what I've been doing over the last while, over the last few years. And now I'm at a point where it's like I need to own and claim my gifts because it's at a point right now where that sounds crazy as fuck to people who I have let down, to where it's like, this guy's really fucking thinks he's going to come back and go beyond where he fucking capped out at last time. Okay. And all right, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I have those doubts. I have these, this, that, whatever. At the same time, I don't. They just pass through. That's the whisper of the devil, basically. It's like, that's the darkness. That's the shit we don't want. That's trauma. That's fucking, it could be many things, right? But it's a version of one of those. And I think they all essentially come from a version of darkness. So, with that being said, however that resonates, cool. So, that's who I am. That was a long fucking version. So who I am simply, I am somebody who helps heal, who is authentic, who's a provider, who's a visionary, who's a leader, who's a creator, who's a boss, who's a family man, and who is a person who speaks authenticity and truth at all times, no matter what, in the direction and for the name and in the sake of respectfulness, love, healing, and connectedness.
Damn, dude.
That's who I am. I stand for that. I stand for family. I stand for loyalty. And I stand for love. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I will fight and ride and die for that shit. So, whoever the fuck you are, let's all figure out what the fuck we stand for, why the fuck we stand for it, where the fuck it comes from, where it came from, and where the fuck we're going. And let's march that motherfucking direction. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, things that you're fucking different old friend groups would clown on you for, fuck that shit. Grow above it. Grow beyond it. And I'm not saying fuck those people. There's a time and a place and an appropriateness, right? It's like, I've definitely clowned on homies for saying, oh, I'm gonna blah, blah, blah. And it's like, whatever, bro. It's like, and that's what gives me the ability to learn, is I understand that's not the right way to be a friend. That's not the right way to show love and loyalty. And that was an old version of showing love and loyalty, it's like, yo, I'm willing to talk mad shit to you because at the same time, that's kind of how I feel. And what the fuck? You? Like, right? And it's like, there's a line though, and there's a limit of like, you talking shit with your boys, your girls, whatever, and versus not actually supporting and whatever. So one thing that I've learned is if that you have a homie, you got a friend, you got a family member, you know somebody, let's just say, if you know somebody who's really serious about starting something, about doing something, about creating something, whether you believe in it or not, or you think it's going to work or not, support that person, support their idea, because the first thing is probably not going to be the fucking thing. Usually you got to go through fucking, I don't know. It depends. Like on average, most of my people I know have like, most of the people who I know who I fuck with, like as an adult, who I really am like, okay, this guy's up to good, this guy's up to good, this, right? Like they've done so many different things. And that's what allows them to know exactly what they love to do or not, right? So with that experience, people know what direction they want to go and where they're going. So when we can make connections based off of who we declare ourselves to be, who we know ourselves to be, then dope connections almost like automatically make and create themselves based off of who you are, not the jokes you have to say, not how fucking this or that you are or whatever. It's like, no, it's based off of who and where, like who your soul is and where your heart is. Like for me, I fuck with people on a level of like, what do you stand for? What's your relationship with your family, your loved ones? What's your relationship with society? What's your direction and where are you going? Like, that's what I like to base shit off of. And if you don't know those things, then for me, it's like, all right, well, I don't really need to fuck with you. That doesn't mean I can't have love for you and I can't help uplift you and I can't help, like be a good person or be a good example or anything like that. So when we can surround ourselves with people who uplift us and feed us positive things, and rather than judge us, they give us pointers and tips, it is just the coolest shit ever. Because it's like, dude, instead of them just clowning on me, they're saying, no, bro, do this. You're right. You're in the right direction. You got it. Like, you really are with the shit. You got this. Keep going, bro. Like, if you're willing to do it again, most people are scared. Motherfucker, I'm scared and I don't give a fuck. I'll go. Let's go. And I will try till I fucking die, dude. Like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm describing right now, I'm realizing is like how I had brought up my mental state. That's where I'm at, is I have all these things of like, maybe, I never actually thought about it in a number. Like, maybe like 5 to 10, no, probably like 5 to 7 negative things that have the ability to flow through my mind. Maximum. On an average, if like I fucked something up, or if I made a mistake, or I'm late on this or that, or whatever, right? That's when those things can creep in. But for like 90 fucking, basically like fucking 98% of the time, 99% of the time, I'm thinking healthy, I'm thinking positive, I'm coming from a place of love, I'm coming from a place of understanding. Like, so it's like, I'm not to say I don't have my moments or times where I lose my shit, or You know what I'm saying? And so then I'm trying to think, okay, what does it mean to lose your shit? To me, at this point in my life would be to like raise my voice. I wouldn't even say yelling at this point, more so raising my voice. I mean, shit, I guess I can get to the point of yelling, but it takes a lot. And it is pretty rare, I feel like, compared to where I used to be. I used to immediately just yell at fucking everybody, everything, just, ah! So I know that now I just want to shift and I want to shift and grow my mental state and capacity for all my declarations and allow them to fit my scope of life, how my eyes view life and how they take in life into my brain through my pineal gland, through my fucking mind and spirit and body and my human experience and my spiritual experience, and make decisions based off of that with a definitiveness to it. Because when we have definitiveness in our life, it's so much easier to get exactly what the fuck we want, right? So it's like a man with a plan is a dangerous motherfucking man. You know what I mean? Like when a person has a plan and they know what it looks like and they know what it feels like, they know what it sounds like, what it smells like, or they at least have an idea for it to be open and they at least know the minimum platform that they will stand on to receive their blessings. Dangerous motherfucker. That's a dangerous motherfucker in the best ways possible, because that's what we want. We want to be dangerous in the best, most healthy way possible. Meaning it's like people can't fuck with us, and what we declare and what we envision and what we claim, we will guide, lead, and charge to through the means of family, loyalty, love, connection, spirituality, reality. Nah, I don't want to say that like that. Physical reality, right? Like, because all of these things are different elements and aspects of life. And to think that there's no spiritual existence is incredibly ignorant. And if that offends you, really, it's like most people have to get offended enough until they actually realize that there's some sort of spirit that is real, and there is God, and there's all these things that are in the in-between. And it's like, just accept it. It's fine. It's beautiful. You don't have to fucking go and change your entire life all of a sudden. It's actually more so just to increase your blessings, increase your flow, increase your love. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when we increase our flow state, we are increasing our blessings. So that's basically what spirituality is in essence. It's like, it's just letting more flow into your life. And it's thinking and feeling more positive and grateful and appreciative on a regular basis. So that's really all spirituality is. That's what praying is, meditating is, getting into a flow state is. Any of these things, creating things, right? So with all that being said, that makes me think it's like, dude, for anybody on the come up or anybody, I mean, you could be at any age and be on the come up. Anybody on the come up or creating anything, understand that it's not about necessarily meeting the right person. It's not about the handout from that person. It's not about the clout that person can provide you. Like, let's say you got your favorite celebrity. Like, let's say, like, who's one of the most influential actors or famous people? Like, fucking Tom Cruise, right? Like, let's say he endorsed you and was like, oh, hey, you, whatever your name is, this guy's the coolest person ever, blah, 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 blah. Download their blah, blah, blah. Buy their blah, blah, blah. Not everybody's going to go and do that just based off the influence, right? It's like that handout is not, I mean, it might make a difference for you, and it might even make the difference. But in general, most people who are really that big and up to things, they're not even in a position to be able to help promote you the way you would want and need it anyways. So it's more so about relationships and connections. Now, I know I just said it's not about meeting the right person. What I mean is meeting somebody with status or celebrity or whatever. It's not about that. It's more so about the relationship and the connection. So if you have a relationship and a connection with that person, then their impact and what they have to say and whatever about you and how they're willing to help support you is going to go way deeper and be way more impactful than had you just used whatever the fuck their status, had you just used their status for clout. You know what I'm saying? So in this life, it's all about the relationships and connections, because if you have the right relationship, if we have the right relationships around us, then when you make a declaration like, yo, I'm a fucking visionary, I am a leader, I am a boss, I am a creator, I'm a provider, I am a blank, people won't laugh at you. They go, oh, word? Fuck yeah, let's go. Right? And it's like those people aren't going to judge you. Rather, they're going to help put a more solid fucking platform under you, a more solid base to where it's like, yo, bro, like, you got to balance out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, catch your balance, you know? And that's what I like, is like, I can be in the midst of telling a story about how my shit is falling apart, or my life is crazy, this or that, or something's cracking off, right? To where it's not favorable for me. And if I share that with the right people, they go, okay, that's good, bro. Keep going, because that means that you're willing to da-da-da, and that means that you're this type of person. Or, hey, look into this lesson, look into this teaching, look into this whatever, right? So that's one thing that I like, is like, for example, when I tell my homie Sebastian, my motherfucking brother, I should say, dude, and go check out his podcast, Ignite with Sebastian. That shit is ridiculous. It's really good. Anyways, when I was sharing with him that just chaos in my life, like it was either last year or the year before, and it was a year before. So, 24, 23, 2022. I think this was the end of 2022. Or it was either the end of 2022 or beginning of 2023. That's why that's crossed up for me. Anyway, I'm explaining, dude, this and that. And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, bro, like, how the fuck are people giving me the highest compliments that I can barely fucking accept? And at the same time, I'm getting fucking shit on. I'm getting lied about. I'm having all these rumors told about me. I'm discovering that all these old people that used to be my friends, they got told some shit by somebody else, and this whole fucking thing. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, for a fact, that is not what happened. Like, hell no. And I've shared about this shit on this whole show. I'm not going to get into that whole story because that'll derail me entirely. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? So I see people who switched up on me and like just really took a weird position and a weird judgment of me and a weird perspective and like this fuzzy version of the truth with me. And I'm like, bro, we could just have a conversation. Like, the people who really fucked with me, like, they straight up said, bro, like, be real with me. Like, what's the deal with what such and such said? And I'm like, 100% stare them in the eyes, tell them, this is what the fuck happened. And I put that on, and I put that on my kids, I put that on my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we need to go outside and fucking handle this shit for you to fucking, you know what, whatever the fuck, I will stand for my truth about this. Like, fuck that. So that really showed me a whole different lens. It allowed me to just really zoom in and zoom out and zoom in and zoom out on all my relationships that I have and have been, that mutually are nourished. Those are the best. When relationships are mutually nourished, that's the shit that really helps elevate and makes life fun. Then you have relationships where it's like, yo, I'm up to some shit, you're up to some shit, and we're just all in the fucking direction of fucking with people who are up to shit for the right reasons, in the right way, who's willing to ride and die for this, and willing to really, really, really stand for what they believe in, and willing to speak authenticity and goodness into the world, willing to speak healing, positivity, love into the world. All of us sharing our music, sharing our story, sharing our art, all of this. And one thing that I'm realizing is within that, the people who like we're all starting to really fucking find each other and be like, ooh, there you are, motherfucker. I've been waiting for your ass. Like, yo, like, where the fuck have you been? And it's like, motherfucker, I've been developing myself. And it's like, where the fuck you been? It's like, me too, bro. And it's like, okay, cool. Like, this makes sense then. Like, we're in the right place. Checkpoint. And the one thing that I realized is like, oh, hold on. Backtrack a little bit. What I was going to say was what Sebastian had told me when I was in the midst of all this chaos, end of 2022, beginning of 2023, was rather than judging me, making me bad or wrong or whatever the fuck, he told me, bro, Cal, you need to just, the word for you, he never tells me I need. He always suggests. May I suggest? Fuck you, Sebastian. I fucking love you, bro. Maybe try on. Consider this. Fuck it. Okay. He's like, bro, I think the word and the theme for you, yes, this was 2023. He said, the theme and the word for you for this year is harmony. Because people are telling you, giving all these high compliments. People are fucking shitting on you. Dude, you know that you're neither and all of them. So don't seek balance. What may I suggest? Don't seek balance. Seek harmony. And for me, I was just like, oh, shit.
Damn, dude.
Like, damn. Okay. Because when you go to fucking balance, you tip the scale back and forth and back and forth. And it's like every time you tip the scale, everything goes sliding. And then it's fucking, all right, now I got to go run back and balance this way. Now I got to go run back and balance this way. And as I'm trying to balance people speaking really good on my name and people speaking really bad on my name, I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to balance this? Like, how do I get these people to see that? And then I get subconscious. I'm like, well, how do I get these people to not see that? No, I'm just kidding. But like, no, actually, no. The people who spoke good on my name, I went to them with my problems and was like, dude, look at what's happening. And they said, okay, I got your back. I'll write you a letter. I'll do this, that, whatever, when I was going through all that shit with my kids. So anyways, I needed to say that. So back to where we were. I'm only trying to fuck with these people who are doing the work. And people who are out to speak the truth so deeply and so intently that it resonates and outlasts all the controversy. You know what I'm saying? Because when we can really fucking come from a place that is so the truth, not my truth or your truth, but the truth. Like, yo, that's the truth. Like, that's one thing I think why, well, I don't know. I feel like what I'm talking about and the way that the people who fuck with this show, like how deep it resonates for the people who fuck with this show, I'm like, how is this not just blown up like entirely? And at the same time, it's blown up way bigger than I ever even perceived in the first place. I didn't expect to be a top 10 podcast in the first fucking, 2 years? That's crazy to me. I was like, I said, I'm going to be one of the best. I'm going to be top 5. I said, I will be top 5. And I don't know why I believe that, but one time when I first created my design artwork, I posted my logo. And if you guys are early show listeners, you remember this. I had posted my logo next to all my favorite podcasts. And at the time, it was Dropping Bombs with Brad Lee. It was Real AF with Andy Frisella. Mike Tyson, Hotboxing, Ben Baller, Behind the Baller. And I think those were the top ones at the time that I was into. There's a couple of them more I'm forgetting at the moment. But, I was listening to Zachary Babcock, Underdog Empowerment at the time. That dude, man, shout out to Zachary Babcock. He put me on with a gang of podcasting game like none other. And I never met the guy, but we went back and forth on the internet a couple times, just casual, like, hey, thanks for this, blah, blah, blah. That was cool, or whatever, right? Like, just acknowledging. And no, his show helped put me on with podcasting information. I wouldn't have known what to do in many ways had he not like trimmed the fat for me, so to say. So anyways, I posted my picture, my logo alongside all theirs. And I'm like, whoa, I like the look of this. I'm like, I want to see mine alongside them. And then I created my podcast. And then when I opened my fucking app, my show is next to all their podcasts. And I'm like, whoa, this is fucking cool. What the fuck? All right. Like, I like the look of this. I like the look of this. And then I checked their stats, and then I checked my stats, and I'm like, damn, I'm nowhere even close to these guys. And at the same time, though, I'm like, I have nowhere near as many episodes in as these guys either. So when I'm thinking about like shit, like though, like when you're speaking some real ass shit, it takes longer to resonate because people have to learn to digest it because it challenges their pride, their ego, what they know, who they know themselves to be, who they are. It challenges all of that to the highest degree when somebody says something that's really authentic and you know, and it's like, oh, ooh, fuck, motherfucker. And then you got to come back to it a few times. And it's like, it takes a while because it's like, no, I'm going to apply this to my fucking life, right? So as I was mentioning, it's like my podcast, my ceremonies, my music. Sorry, I'm not going to say my. The podcast, the music, the ceremonies, all the things I'm a part of musically and verbally and physically, whatever, right? All of those things equal my magical gifts, my ability to teach children, my ability to teach surfing, my ability to do those things, my ability to help heal people and guide people on their healing journeys, more so to say, with the tools that I have been blessed with. It brings something to the table. I have something to offer. There's something I can do, whether I have anything with me or not. I can be myself and I can use my voice, I can use my hands, I can use my physical abilities, I can use my mental abilities, I can use my verbal abilities, I can use my spiritual abilities to do something, to bring something to the table. And whether I'm the fucking best at it or not, I don't care. It doesn't matter. Because to me, I'm doing my best. And that's the thing, is when people show up with something to where it's like, dude, you have value based on how you can speak. You have value based on how you can think. You have value based on what you can say, what you can sing, what you can play, how you can do it, what you can perform, right? And it's cool to have like God-given talents and gifts that you've been blessed to learn and hone in on, or have been given, or have been blessed with, or anything like that. So when I think about Yamamoto, when I think about Sebastian, those two are two motherfuckers who are speaking the truth so deeply and intently that it absolutely resonates and is going to outlast any controversy that they stir up. And I know the same thing with everything I'm doing. It will always outlast any of the controversy. Any mistake that we can say or do or whatever the fuck, the authenticity will outlast it forever. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I look at Joe Rogan in that instance. It's like, he's the podcast fucking king. He is the king. And that doesn't mean that his title's not up for the taking or that anything's ever, that anybody can ever take anything away from what he's done for the world of podcasting. Nobody can take that because it's legendary. Absolutely legendary. If you are lucky enough to have ever seen, or if you can find Joe Rogan's first podcast ever, your mind will be fucking blown that he is who he is and he is where he's at today doing the exact same fucking thing. It is mind blowing. And I look at that and I'm like, all right, that's possible. Joe Rogan made it fucking possible. And it's like, people who go, oh, he's just got bro science. People who say that don't understand free thinking. It's like the ability to dissect ideas doesn't mean that that's exactly what the fuck he believes. It means that he's like, okay, I acknowledge this. What about this? I acknowledge this. Okay, what about this? Like, that's not bro science, motherfucker. It's called common sense. Now, there's some times where bro science might happen, and everybody's got their own version of that at certain points. So, whatever. And my point being is he speaks authenticity. He speaks truth so intently that it outlasts and out resonates any controversy, anybody being offended, any hate that it picks up along the way. It's like the love is too big, the authenticity is too big, and you can't take that away from a motherfucker. So when you hear these real motherfuckers talking, singing, performing, doing their thing, when you hear that, when it resonates, you're one of those people, you're one of our people, you're one of these people, let's go. It's up to us because, like I've said before, shit is changing and we're entering a whole new world right now. We're entering a whole new phase. We're entering a whole new dimension, galaxy, however the fuck you want to call it. We're entering a new era. And what that means, that can mean many things. I could go into that fucking forever. But anyway, as we enter into this new state, as I've told you guys, 2012 is when it started. Spiritual warfare, spiritual circulation, everything cracking the fuck off. That was the beginning. Now the pendulum is swung, and it's now just running off its own momentum, slowing down as we enter the new fucking phase, as we enter the new fucking level of life, of evolution. You'll notice time has been weird as fuck lately. If you're tapped in, you know. And us people who understand this, to who this resonates with, to who this is familiar with, a lot of this shit is about remembering. A lot of spirituality right now is about remembering. And I'm telling you, if that makes sense to you, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. And I really hope that validates all the insights that you've seen, and you may feel that's fucking crazy, wild, out there, whatever the fuck. That shit's real. I agree with you. The tapped in motherfuckers all agree and know and experienced and have been experiencing this whole fucking shift. We see it, we feel it, we know you're not alone. So just know that the people that this message resonates with, it's up to us. These motherfuckers are I don't know who they are exactly, but they're going to try and shut what the fuck we're doing down. And all of that, fuck it. Just keep hammering with authenticity. Authenticity. Because any rumors, lies, bullshit, whatever will melt the fuck away, because simply for the fact that what's real is real.
Damn, dude.
And that's just real. You dig? So, you guys, as always, it's been real. The last Yamamoto interview, part 3, is currently breaking the internet for our metrics. We're getting new fucking viewers from all over. It's, yeah, places I've never seen on my podcast listening thing before. So, yeah, quite interesting. Yeah. So, I appreciate it. You guys, let's keep hammering away with authenticity, realness. Understand all the wackiness is just wackiness. Stand in faith, love, loyalty, family, vision, creation, leadership, ownership, boss shit, king shit. Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's really gonna get us where we want to go, because you'll notice motherfuckers are falling off physically, mentally. People are getting brainwashed. People are dying. A lot of this dying is because of the way people have been brainwashed into certain things, and that's fucked up. And you guys know where the fuck I stand on all this crazy fucking get the jab, this, that, all that shit. Fuck that. And yeah, on that note, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. You know, I was thinking of changing up some of the music for season 4, but you know what? I like what we got, and I think I'm gonna leave it. I like Bruce Lee in the beginning, one of my heroes as well, and yeah, I like it. So we're gonna leave it for now, you guys. The last one's P.S.2, and it's gonna be me and you.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Yo, this is season 4, episode 1. And please be sure to tell a friend 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 to tell your best friends, cousins, uncles, chicken farming, toenail clipping, egg catching, hay changing, snuff chewing, redneck cousin of yours in the Midwest about the Damn Dude motherfucking podcast, because you know he will enjoy this shit. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Season 4, episode 1, aka episode 278 in total. I'm your host, California Cal. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Please be sure to share this with somebody. If you'd like to donate to the show, go hit the link in the description. Also, be sure to go donate to Clean Planet. Also, go make sure you download Yamamoto Boss Back on My Grind album. And go share this and all this with all your friends and family. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Be safe out there in the rain, especially if you're out here in San Diego, because we're about to get hit hard. You know our fucking city floods. Last time they flooded all of the homeless and poor people. So I hope that everybody's okay. Because it's fucked up out here. So be safe, you guys. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Have a beautiful day. Much love. Peace.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.